All right. Good morning, our people. Good morning. Good to see you guys once again. Today is our Sabbath day, like my sister April would say, the day of teaching, right? If we remember in the olden days that the Sabbath day is the day that people actually learn about the Word of God and the things that they need to do to live their best lives. And that's what we're doing here every Saturday, uh, that we come out to talk to our people, get them to think along the same lines, get them to do something tangible to get to our destination. Because for so many years, we did nothing. For so many years, we were busy, oh my God, dancing in delusion, traveling abroad, buying cars that we don't even know how it was made, and profiling them on our Facebook account. And for the first time in our lifetime, we are walking the walk, going to our final destination with a strategic plan on the table. What more can we ask of our God? The last time I checked, He's not owing us. So you can pray all you want, fast all you want, waste all the time that you want. He has given you the tools that you need to survive. All we have to do is to do what? Implement that tool. So come with us on a journey today. My name is Mona Chimsaga. Do not forget to share. You know that our Facebook has been marked by those that owns this platform, so they will do whatever it takes to make it look like nobody's watching. But we know our people are watching because the response after the show is overwhelming. We can't even address all the phone calls. So numbers right now do not count. We just want you to share, subscribe, and like. They may not always alert you. That's what it was supposed to be for. But if they do, you will be here to make sure that other people get the message. So let me not run off and allow my sister, wonderful sister, to introduce herself. Sister, please carry along.
Thank you so much, Sister Monachi. Thank you, our viewers. We appreciate you, what you're doing, the good work we're doing. It's a teamwork. We are working together, and we appreciate that we're going home. This is the first time we're really working towards our freedom and self-determination, like Sister Mona said. So we know that sooner than later, we will get home. We will get home. So my name is Dr. Ekwe Simon Okube, and I live in Lexington, Kentucky. I'll give you food for thought as we proceed. As we move towards our self determination and self actualization, according to our brother Zachariah, these things we have to do: speak truth to each other, speak truth to your friends, speak truth to your neighbors, speak truth to your family and community members. Make true and sound decision all the time. Do not plot evil against each other. Rather, give judgment of truth, justice, fairness, and peace. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Sister, we're going to use 1 minute to share. Um, One of our super fans says that we don't talk about sharing so much. I'm like, what are we sharing for when we're
We
being blocked?
do.
So
Why?
let's use this few minutes to
Yes.
share. That's what I'm doing now, my people. So help us to share this information. You can see what we are talking about. They will block it. Even when you put it on a platform that has 1 million people, they will tell you only one person is watching. And then you go back to see how many people clicked on the text message that you just sent. You find that 10 or 20 or 30 of them have already clicked it, yet they will tell you only one person is watching, which is fine. We don't care about the numbers really. We just want our people to get this message. So if you are watching us right now, we are going to take 1 minute or so to share. So you do the same. They're claiming that we have 8 people. If we share right now, they will have how many other people be watching. So help us to do that and give us 1 minute before we get started. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming live with us today. Today is going to be packed with information. You just have to do your part, and we will get to our destination soon. So Thank you. If you have, of course, our brother Stephen, Sydney is here as usual. They welcome Sydney. Thank you so much for all that you do. Uh, when we are live and behind the scene, you are awesome. We appreciate you. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for sharing. You will not believe that my my document came up corrupt. I can't even see anything. Thank you, Ofufu. He says, greeting from here. We see you. Thank you for joining us. Please don't forget to share. Um, I know a lot of us have seen the topic as usual. Our topic goes rising above the wicked scheme holding us down. And a lot of us have identified this wicked scheme in one way or the other. And we need to rise above that. Last week, we talked about new way of thinking. A new way of thinking is understanding the underlying issues and then addressing them. So, according to our brother, Professor Lumumba, he said that Africa or Africans have become slaves, celebrating the departure of one slave master and the arrival of another. Everyone finds it easy to enslave us while we either cry or live in denial, as our people are doing right now. We'll go to church. And these are the partners. The church that you're going to are partners with our slave masters. They hold us hostage, make us think that help is coming, that something is going to change, that if you kill your mother and destroy your forefathers' ancestral link, then whatever that you're going through will leave you. Whereas all we are lacking is good governance. When a child is kidnapped, instead of having a good detective job to find the child, my people will go into fasting and praying because we don't have police that can do the job. So all we are lacking is good governance. As we sit and cry, as we sit and cry in our own misery that we know where it's coming from, some of us at least, our terrorist in charge, what's his name, Gumi, the spokesperson for the so-called terrorist organization that have decided that his brothers should be called the bandits. He recently informed us that Nigeria, or informed all of us, that these bandits requires money and land and compensation to stop the killing in our own land. They require money and land compensation to stop the killings when we have so-called governments in place. And that leaves us to wonder if we do not know that these people are there for our land. And this is even so sad. That's because some people that call themselves celebrities, spokesperson, leaders of the group, they're everywhere. And they will tell you that those that are saying that Fulanis are the problem are the problem. They don't know what they are talking about. They are the children throwing tantrums. And those are the people that we have given our money to, promoted, worshipped in some cases, telling us this. When we are seeing our land being grabbed by foreigners every day. They go on the television to tell us how it's going to be done. They tell us that they are fluid, so they get to fill in all the spaces that we have in Nigeria, whether we like it or not. As we watch, there is a systematic takeover of our land by the non-indigenous foreign entities. They are using different strategies. They seize the people's land and resources. They disarm and take over the ammunition of the land. They disorganize and break down the fabric of the society. Then they help us to form all these internal displaced people that we see in our land, scattered all over not only in Nigeria, but all over the world. And at the end, They will kill what is left of our people. As these agents enjoy full and unchallenged autonomy under the leadership of APC government, we are watching them, listening. We see what is going on. They are no longer hiding it. They have moved to finalize the grassroots takeover through their so-called local government administration and elections. That's the new one. I know a lot of you have seen it. So they're no longer worried about state level now because at least in Anambra, the other person that they didn't want to win won. So going through local governments and empowering them so that they can bypass the state governments. We know the games that they're playing, but all we are asking our people is to now begin to systematically rise above all these schemes, strategically designed to destroy us and keep us in abject poverty for the rest of our lives. It's time for us to increase our capacity by persuading the rest of the governors in the land. We have our brother, Governor Orum of Benue State, who is doing the job. He's talking the talk and walking the walk. We saw how he came out and empowered his people. Thanks to the constitutional force majeure, because if our people understood what it meant, that 1999 constitution of that terrorist constitution that we are under, that December 19th, that sovereignty was returned to the people, we will not be running in circles. It would have empowered our government to pass bills like our brother did, because that's what he's supposed to do. It would have empowered them to take care of their people for a change, to do what the people want. So we thank our brother who has done his due diligence to understand what it takes to take our people to the next level. And we are hoping that the rest of the government or governors will join him in getting these things accomplished. So we're going to start today because all these things, my sister will say, is the same slave masters that captured us in Nigeria. They're also working here in America. The same people. And when you look, they are working against the same group of people, one way or the other. They will start war because there's resources in our land. They will come here and create a place called Chicago. By the way, Obama, the former president, lives in Chicago. As we're speaking, our young brothers are killing themselves every day. 800 so far. Those are the ones dead, not the ones that are left disabled. But Obama, the former president, lives in Chicago. He has the ability to invite all the powerhouse to come to one meeting and they will put a stop to it. What did he do? He celebrated his 60th birthday and invited all of them to come and have party in the midst of COVID with no mask. By the way, they are the one promoting mask and the vaccination. So it's the same people. They get the best of us, put them on top, make us think there's someone like us that is working with them. But at the end of the day, they are just stooges being used to keep us down. Our brother Lumumba, Professor Lumumba, has been shouting. The poor guy, he sounds like he's singing a hymn nowadays. Oh, my people, they bad Africa. Because the people he's talking to are deaf and dumb. So we're going to play a video that he just recently showed so that maybe you can understand how these things are interconnected to each other and why we are where we are right now. It's the same people doing it, whether you're in Nigeria, whether you're in Congo, whether you're in South Africa, whether you're in Timbuktu, the same slave masters in charge doing their biddings. So I will pull up this video while my sister adds to the topic.
Thank you so much, Samona. Thank you. We come here every Saturday, like we tell our people, for us to reason together. This video is titled, How Can It Be? How can it be that we're so blessed, yet we are so poor? Does it make sense to you? You think it's just, they are not doing this or not doing this. No, there is more that meets the eye. So please go ahead if it's ready. Let our people hear from him.
How can it be that Africa is the richest continent on the world and our diamond is produced in South Africa, in Botswana, and Namibia, and in Sierra Leone and in Liberia, but the price is determined in Antwerp, in Belgium? How can it be? How can it be that Africa produces cocoa in Togo, in Cote d'Ivoire, and in Ghana, and chocolate is then made in Switzerland and in Belgium, who have not even a bush of cocoa? How can it be that tea is produced in Ethiopia and in Uganda and in Kenya, and when it is taken to the United Kingdom, they now call it English tea? How can it be? How can it be? How can it be? How can it be that coltan is mined in the Democratic Republic of Congo, but not a single African country makes a mobile phone? How can it be? How can it be? It can only be because we have allowed our minds to be captured. It can only be because we have allowed ourselves to be spiritually confused. Can only be because we have allowed ourselves to be slaves of others. And the God that we worship, knowing that we are confused, has turned his head on the other side, so that when we pray at first, he does not listen.
Why
Or
should
if he
he?
listens, he does not care. He's waiting for us to realize ourselves so that we can worship in truth. And you know, this is intergenerational. The pains that are being visited upon this generation are out of the sins that were committed by the other generation. It is a time to repent, so that we who have transgressed may say that we have repented, because the future now does not lie in us. The future lies in the young ones.
Yep.
Chinua Achebe was right. These are the young suckers that will grow when the old banana dies. These are the very same upon whose shoulder Africa shall rise. Your duty and my duty is to plant the tree in the knowledge that one generation plants a tree, another generation waters the tree, another generation prunes the tree, another generation enjoys its shade. That is our duty. So this morning, we are not here to say new things. We are only here to remind ourselves that in the beginning there was God, and that God created man, and that man, I suspect, was an African.
Yep.
And that man could not have been anything else but an African. Why I suspect so? Because all creation says that man came from the earth. And as I said, the earth is either black or brown. So in the beginning there was an African. And in the beginning there was a spirit into which that mold was made alive. And that spirit was God. And I suspect that God gave us intelligence. And I suspect that God created Africa where it is in the very middle. Because the very middle, the very center is the fulcrum. And that is why I suspect Africa is where it is. Enjoying not too much cold, enjoying not too much sun. It is in the middle. It is indeed life measures as it should be measured. And that is why I suspect in his divine wisdom, he put all the minerals in Africa. If it is not gold, it is coltan. If it is not coltan, it is iron ore. If it is not iron ore, it is copper. And he does not stop there. When he was distributing rivers and lakes, he ensured that Africa had the best of lakes, the best of rivers, and he did not stop there. He ensured that we are surrounded with the best of oceans. If it is not the Atlantic, it is the Indian, which should be called the African. I do not know why they call it the Indian Ocean, but that is their conspiracy. Then there is the Mediterranean. They also call it another name, and he did not stop there. Once he had done that, he ensured that this is a continent that has men and women who are so forgiving, so generous. This is the only continent that has welcomed all civilizations.
Yep.
We started with the Arabs. They abused us. Then came the Portuguese. We welcomed them. They abused us. Then the Dutch came. We welcomed them. They abused us. Then the Italians came. We welcomed them. They abused us. Then the Germans came. We welcomed them. They abused us. Then the French came, we welcomed them, they abused us.
Abuse galore.
Then the English came, we welcomed them and they abused us. Then the Indians came, we welcomed them and they abused us. Then the Lebanese came, we welcomed them, they abused us.
Yep.
Now the Chinese are coming, we
Yep.
are welcoming them and they are abusing us.
Yep.
We must stop this. And we can only stop this through self-realization. And that is why, when I conclude, I must conclude by making reference to a great African, Ante Cheikh Diop of Senegal, who writing in his book, The African Origin of Humankind, Myth or Reality, says, this is a problem that can only be solved through aggression. And I'm telling us, this is the time now for Africa to rise. Africa will be great. Africa must be great, and it will only be great if we choose to spiritually decolonize our minds, our hearts, and culture, because it is only then that Africa will be a great continent.
All right. So I will post this. Actually, it's already on our Facebook page. You can go and watch it there in its entirety. You can see our brother is making a great point. We have to get this job done. We are not going to leave this for our children, God forbid. We're not going to leave this normal stuff for our children. We, the people, will have to do this job. And it begins with you, me, and you. We are all the stakeholders in all of this. So the question or the new way of thinking is that you have to be part of the solution makers. Ninas has the solution on the table. What are you doing to ensure that we get to our self-determination and begin to live our lives? Because this is just we are just knocking on the door. We haven't even entered the building. So we have a lot to be done. Go ahead, sister.
Yes, we have a lot to do, my dear. And we beg people that try to weaken us. We are trying to rise up. Don't weaken us anymore. I watched with sadness, one son of Oduduwa, trying to weaken the people agitating for Oduduwa. They told them, say, we don't even have this. We don't even have this. How can you run a nation? You can't. I'm like, are you high on? What are you high on? We already have the personnel. We have the intelligence to build the civilization that we want and deserve. We have been doing it. It's not new. So if you are incapacitated because you're taking one hard drug or the other, you cannot think above certain level, please clear from road. The new generation is here. The next video that my sister will play, you're going to see that indeed, that new generation we're talking about is here. And we are doing what we are doing for them. And we will hand over this thing we are building into their hands, because we will know, we are sure that when we hand it over to them, they will run even higher. We will be doing them a disservice if we allow our enemies to cut them down or to dwarf their ambitions and their aspirations. As mothers, we're not going to do that. So we are here to make sure that the likes of this one get to that place they ought to get, and fast. And we're not waiting till 2023 to begin. We've started, and we will make sure that now, things are put in place for those ones before they start getting dwarfed. Please go ahead, Sister Mona.
This is a question everybody has been asked one time or the other from one person or another. What's your pedigree, they say? Fame is not for free. That differentiates the people that drink tea from the people that sow Gary. Last I checked, we're all people. You can't sit there, they say. It's reserved, it's well deserved. A name has been carved. It's for celebrity, not for an entity who's got no ability or financial stability, who can't even afford utility, so bounce you liability. Who are you, they say. When it's time for admission, they say, who are you? I say, sir, that question is unnecessary. I aced the examination. I deserve this institution. They say, no. Who are you? Do you know the chancellor? Are you friends with the governor? Do you down with the senator? Is your father the administrator? Are you related to the counselor? Tell me, do you own the monitor? Do you have enough money? Who are you? Do I have to be a Jagaban to listen to a band? Do I have to wear Versace to eat sushi? Do I have to be guarded by cops to visit Transcorp? Do I have to wear gold trinkets to take pictures on the red carpet? Most I use an iPhone to sit on the front row. Why can't they just see me for me? Why does my worth have to be determined by the money in my account, or the cartel in my fount, or the words in my mouth, or the degrees that I have, or the selfies on Facebook, which most are not even real, the followers on Twitter, they don't make me any better. They say exercise your franchise, go cast your votes, so I comply to determine who sails the boat. And in getting there, I found out that they've already decided. Fuck me. When I tell, they say who's taking. When I write, they say who's writing. Even when I laugh, they say who's laughing. They don't want to hear what I have to say. Oh, they just want to know I hope so don't pay. But I take two, I take pop at the end of the day and at the same hot hotel. Don't get too comfortable. Even sure bet is not so sure. One commits a crime and his name rings a bell, they say bail him. Another commits a crime and is not in the Hall of Fame, they say jail him. Hell, cell, criminal, you are cursed son of Hades, must pay for this. Or the criminal is the one without money? When I speak out of turn, they ask me, who the hell do you think you are? I tell you who the heaven I think I am. I'm the voice of one crying in our nation, Hosanna, and the beginning of a new era, the end of injustice and the beginning of power. I'm a skyscraper of peace and a trailblazer of unity. I'm young, I'm vibrant, I'm strong, I'm intelligent. I'm a million microchips, I'm definitely for keeps. I've got the energy they lack and courage back to back. I'm a story to be told and a wonder to behold. I'm more than a conqueror, greater than a governor. I'm from a deity of divinity, from a tribe of lions, no chain can bind us. I'm a time bomb waiting to explode. I'm history waiting to happen. I'm like the current of an ocean. You can't stop my flow. One day, surely we go blow. I'm the correction of their past mistakes. I'm the activation of your future estates. I'm a product of grace. I've got length of days. I'm hope for this generation. I'm the celebrity you see on television. I'm a believer. I believe that this nation can be better because we are a people of.
This girl is killing me. All right. These are the reasons why we come out here every Saturday. These are the reasons we say that status quo must not remain. She is the reason you guys must get it right. She is the reason that we are not going to keep speaking Queen's English when our people are dying. She is the reason why we need to allow our children the opportunity to go where decisions are being made because they are full of wisdom. I don't know where you can find somebody like this in America. And Wachala, have they finished drinking tea and ice cream? Look at my child. In the midst of wants, we are developing brain like this. If this child does not give you the energy to continue this fight in full speed, my brothers and sisters, please go check yourself. Something is wrong. Go ahead, Sister Ikwe. Let me know.
Something is wrong if you're not moved. If as a parent, you look at this child and allow this child's talent, gifts, wisdom, intelligence to waste, like some of us.
Or be transported abroad, because that's the first thing now.
Abroad.
Britain will give her scholarship.
Suddenly. And our people start clapping and give testimony in the church. Your continent is being drained of all the brains, resources, everything. And you're giving testimony. Who did this to you? Who bewitched you, oh Nigerians? Onyamelonu. Some people say we speak Igbo as we talk. Yes, we are Igbos.
Get used to it then.
Get used to it. We speak English because we know it's a lingua franca and want more people to hear. But from time to time, we'll throw something for you to know our roots. We are proud of being Igbos. We're not even playing about it. That's the beginning of solution. Self-realization, self-awareness. Your identity is very important. That's why Ninas is working with all ethnic nationalities. Even if you're 50, you count. If you are an ethnic nationality, you count. And we are here to make sure that whatever you want will be given to you. That is self-determination, because you have the right to decide how to live and how to be governed.
Hmm.
It is your right. And you do not need anybody's authorization or validation to exercise that right. That's what we're saying. But before we can make a meaningful progress, we must understand where we're coming from. Mr. Muna is still going to play us another video from Professor Lumumba, because we need to break down the boundaries of the enemy's prison in Africa.
Prison indeed.
You think deep what has happened in Africa. We have been imprisoned. And these prisons need to be broken down. The boundaries caging us in.
Are we
holding us in.
understanding that we are prisoners?
So we need to break out. We need to break the jail and come out so that we can exercise our right as human beings. We begin to remove the things that weaken us, because they put us in a prison and caged us in, put so many things that if you do hand like this, no space. You do this way, no space. You do this way, no space. You go this side, no space. You're caged in, boxed in. There is no aspiration that will be realized in that box. You need to come out of that box so that you can become what God has called you to be. Nigerians, stop settling for what your God has not made you to be. You're made to be a human being, not a rat. Leave the rat box. Stop the rat race. That's what we're saying. Listen to our brother and we'll continue.
Yes.
Break down. Kenya will break down. Nigeria will break down. South Africa will break down. And look at South Africa. Only last week, the whites in Western Cape in South Africa have delivered a petition to the government in Pretoria saying they want to create their own country. Go to northern Mozambique. The gas that is there cannot be produced because there is conflict. Northern Mozambique.
Intentional conflict.
Go to Somalia. Conflict. Here in your motherland. Conflict. Go to South Sudan. Conflict. Go to Sudan. Conflict. Go to Libya. Conflict. Go to Central African Republic. Conflict. Go to the Democratic Republic of Congo. Conflict. Go to Burkina Faso. Conflict. Go to Mali. Conflict. Go to Chad. Conflict. Go to Niger. Conflict.
It's only in
Go
Africa
to
there is
Cameroon,
conflict, right?
Go to Nigeria. Conflict. Do I go on? I fly from Nairobi, Kenya for 1.5 hours. I come from the shilling zone. I go into the beer. 33 currencies in Africa. 33 currencies. None of which is used to conclude transactions anywhere.
Nope.
I come to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and I show my shilling. They say, what is this? But let me show the dollar. Oh, this is it. Let me show the euro. This is it. 80% of transactions in Africa are concluded outside of the continent in dollars. Because we
Whew.
are not playing in the real league, we are playing in the small league. That's
We are not even
why
in any league,
when
my
the
brother.
Chinese president summons all our presidents, and they summon them,
Someone.
the letters may be polite, but it's summons. They go to Beijing, tails between their legs.
Ah!
2 weeks ago, I watched in great pain on television in Bamako, Mali, young Malians celebrating in the streets that the government of Mali had entered into successful or possible successful negotiation with Wagner, which is a Russian mercenary group,
Ooh.
to replace the French. And they are saying how beautiful it is now. And I said, a slave celebrating the departure of one slave master and the arrival of another slave master.
Mm.
That is the state in which we are. I watched a woman from Nigeria who had been rescued from the Mediterranean around Lampedusa say, I will not go back to Africa. Even if I die in the Mediterranean, I'll try again and again. What is it that can make a human being say that I do not want to go back to my home?
Mm.
Because the natural instinct of a human being should be that you want to go home. It's because we are weak.
All right. So I posted this video in its entirety on our Facebook page, so you can watch our brother complete that conversation. Uh, do you know what he said about transaction is so true? We went home one time and I had given away all my dollars and I kept the little naira that I had, thinking I can use it, only for me to get to London and stood in line for how many minutes it took for me to get there. And I'm like trying to hand them over the naira for an exchange. And this man whooshed me like a chicken. He's like, shut, you know.
Where did you get these pieces of paper from?
My dear, I guess I was in La La Land. I came from America. They just whooshed me like I was so embarrassed. I wanted to hide. There was no place to hide because it was in the middle of the airport. So thank God I have my credit card. But this is the state they have left us. Go ahead, sister.
Idea, this is the unfortunate state they have left us. You see, on this platform, we don't just uh make you like agitated for nothing. We build information in you and we go step by step.
Mhm.
It's important, first of all, for us to learn our history and our mistakes so that we will know how to begin to correct them. It's so important. We need to know who our true enemies are so we can strategize better more than them because they are strategists and that's why they're doing what they're doing. But if we know who they are, we will know how to strategize and overtake them. Otherwise, we will play into their hands like we did in 1967-70, the Biafran genocide that they wrongly call Nigerian Civil War. Yes, it was a full-blown genocide.
Hmm.
Do you know that we had over 15 coaches of train coming from the north,
Yeah.
full of dead bodies? It will take off from Kano. They will throw in because they didn't want to bury our people anymore. There was no ground for them to bury us anymore. So they started throwing us into trains. It will take off from Kano. Kano will throw their own. They will get to Zaria. Zaria will throw their own. They will get to Benue. Benue will, by the time they will get to Benue, no space anymore in 15 coaches of train. They will start putting dead bodies on top of the train. And then mandate our people, because our people were the ones that were train drivers in those days, to drive with gun on their head, to drive these coaches into Enugu. Are you surprised that my people snapped? They didn't wait again for any negotiation. They're like, Ojuku, give us, even if it's machete, give us, we want to go. It was so much. We didn't have anywhere to bury our dead. Do you know what? The people that saw this Holocaust are still alive.
Yep.
And those that committed it are still alive. And they want us to progress. They want us to go and build a nation. They want us to do this. From where to where now? Even in the midst of this war, some people sold us out. Some people in our midst sold us out. Colonel Ojukwu got his father's wealth to buy ammunition to protect his people. He gave some people, appointed some people to go, gave them money to go and acquire weapons. When they got to London, they used that money to buy properties and houses. They still live in those properties today. Their children are living there. They abandoned our people in the midst of this Holocaust and settled in London. They didn't come back. Today, they're still enjoying the wealth, the bloody wealth, bloody family wealth with their children and grandchildren. You see, when there is war and anarchy, two groups emerge. One group wants to make money from the situation. Another group want to go after power, and they will not want the war to end so that they can be in charge forever.
Yep.
Do you know that Nigerian military took some of our women in our region? These women will sleep with Biafran soldiers in the day. And at night, they will come back to Nigerian military and give them details of the operation of Biafran soldiers, what they'll be doing the next day. Are you surprised that when they get there, the military will attack them? This group of people, both those ones sold us, those ones that settled in London, they are the ones that became very, very rich and powerful immediately after this genocide.
Yep. Still rich.
So that while we were mourning our dead, Nigeria sponsored them abroad for further studies to reward them for the service they did to them. And they came back after those studies to become our new leaders. Are you surprised, therefore, that you're asking for freedom and they're not listening to you and they're enjoying their wealth, the family wealth? Some of their children are not even aware of what their parents did.
Nope.
They're holding powerful positions, and their children are still schooling abroad. When they come back, they give them powerful jobs to lead you, my people. You know what? We know them. Biafra has record of these people. Our people know them and their families. That's what we're saying. How do you want to start up another war with all these people still living in your midst? How do you think you will succeed? What happened recently in Southeast will give you an idea of what will happen when there's chaos in your land. When you create chaos in your land, you're opening the door, giving opportunities for those that hate you to come and wreak havoc. That's what happens when there's war. These are people that worked with our enemies in their youthful days. It's not too far that we had Biafran War, just about 50 years ago. They were youths in those days. Today, they're about 65, 70, 75 or thereabouts.
And our people are worshiping them because they have all this money
and power. And they're the ones giving jobs because the foundation was built on them. You have mixed multitude, my people. In our land, there is mixed multitude. We can't afford to use guns and bullets to resolve this conflict. That's what we're saying. If you bring in guns and bullets uncontrolled, you will play into their hands again. The people that used them before will just make a phone call and they're into the game and they will make more money from you. It's time to use brain. That is why Lower Niger Congress and NINAS, they're conversing for a change of plan, change of tactics, my people, my IPOB brothers and sisters. If you keep moving without thinking, you play into the hands of the enemy. We know why we were defeated in Biafran War. It's more detailed than you hear here and there. And our fathers know these things because they are still alive. And they tell us stories in details what happened. Then we did not understand what happened. But after 50 years of study, we now understand what happened. Hence, the need for a change of plan. It has always been strategic invasion, war, and genocide against all the indigenous peoples. That's what it has always been. We want to make our people to go through some soul-searching questions. Ask yourself, how was Nigeria created in the first place? Who created Nigeria? And who are we building this Nigeria for? Is it for the Nigerian people or for some foreign entities? These foreign entities are so much interested in grabbing our lands and resources. They don't care about us.
Nope, not at all.
If you check, look at people that have been borrowing money on our behalf these days. Where is the money they are borrowing going to? With a soul searching, ask yourself questions. We don't want gra. We want to calm down, think. On this platform, we want you to think. Critical thinking. Calm down, think. Because when you think, you understand the strategy and you understand why it has to be that way. And the deliverable that will come from that way. That's what we want you to think. We want to change a way of doing things. There's a new way on the table. We have fought enough. Everywhere is conflict. And these conflicts are not natural. These wars are not natural. They are artificial. They are being manipulated. Why do you want to play into the hands of your enemies again? You see, after the abolition of the trans-Atlantic slave trade, our enemies did not go to sleep. In 1884-85, they shared our land and resources and said it's colonization.
Please help us to share. My sister is about to tell you guys a wonderful story. She's actually connecting the puzzles where you will make sense. Everything will be cemented in your brain. So this is a good time to share. I know that you're sharing and they're blocking it. It's okay. Continue to share. Don't worry about the numbers, but help us to share. Thank you so much, sister. Go ahead.
So, because we were like, no. Let's stop slave trade. It's not good. Meanwhile, they have moved our people, the best of us, through the Atlantic Ocean. The best. Because for you to enter that journey, you must be fit, healthy, strong. So they pack our people like sardine and move. And as people die, they throw them. So if you're not fit, you can't make that journey to US, for instance. So they've taken the best of us, most intelligent, the princes, the queens, all. So when there was an outcry, they said, okay, let's stop slavery. But as they were stopping slavery, colonialization started immediately. They started it because they knew that we are blessed with resources, and they were after our resources. They were not even joking. So by the time our people started saying, oh, this colonialization has to stop, they brought the multifaceted neocolonialism. Immediately, almost immediately. As you're stepping one, this one is coming. As you're stopping this one is coming. Every African nation that sought independence received this fake package. That's why when the Yorubas and Igbos said they wanted independence, and they were ready, a group said they were not ready yet. Ask yourself, what were they preparing that made them? Because they needed to finalize the arrangement with the colonial masters on how they will be the local agents that will hold us down forever.
Yep.
So as we struggle to go up, they will be down, pulling us down, so that the external masters, the colonial masters, will continue to steal and do what they're doing, and nobody will challenge them. So that eventually, at the time you now get that independence, when you're busy dancing, hey, celebrating independence, hey, we are free, independence party. We can even see some of their videos when they were dancing with the Oyibo dance, independence. My dear, the slave masters were drinking wine, like in their glasses, celebrating something else. That thing is that they actually bought our lives. These people actually bought our lives. That's what
Guys, look at all these monkeys and baboons jumping everywhere.
They actually think they're getting independence. Look at them.
Wow.
They're not independence.
What an insult.
Independence people. It's a packaged lie that you will never, that is well wrapped, was delivered to you as independence.
Criminals.
Criminals. Ask yourself, why is it that after every revolution, that war, internal conflict continues? Because as you're doing revolution, your enemy is planting his agents in your midst. So that immediately you have that new nation, you start another war. No rest for you.
Smooth operators.
Smooth operators. So if I was saying that how you manage these internal agents will determine how successful your new nation will become.
Absolutely necessary.
This is why we come here every Saturday for a reorientation class. Because we have observed that each time there's independence in Africa, there is no freedom.
Nope.
Something must be wrong for those that are able to think, not those that Igbo and cocaine has finished damaging their brains. Which is why we are telling our people, stop abusing hard drugs. We need to think. Stop using all these things. Stop using Maggi. Stop using things that make your brain to die. We need to think. We need to get out of this mess. And we are able to do it.
Whew.
Another example I want to give you, like Aburi Accord. We, the people, came together and said, we will use Aburi Accord. That accord would have empowered the regions, and it would have made us to be like true and vibrant federation, that country. But you know what? Our enemies will not see that happens. They use their agents within us to destroy that accord again. And eventually,
oh my God, Facebook allowed this to get to 30.
Oh,
I think the guy went to use the restroom.
I guess so. Please keep sharing, our people. Keep sharing. So when they destroyed the Aburi Accord, they eventually helped them to prepare and impose the fraudulent 1999 Constitution to make sure that we are continuing to be weak.
And telling us that we have democracy. Hey!
Yes, and to tie us down. telling us we have democracy. It's democracy, according to Fela.
Yes.
You have to think deep to discover these things and begin to put them together. We want our people to put it, because these things are not hidden. They are there. Our only problem is that we are not looking. So we want our people to begin to put these things together one on one. Because when you put them together, when we tell you this is a solution, it will make sense to you. You will not be running around 2023 election. Hey, this, that.
My dear.
Your house is on fire. You're chasing rats. Because you must eat from our pain. Because whatever wealth that you're sitting on top now was given to you when we had crisis.
Yep.
Some are answering Jagaban. Some are answering whatever they're answering. Criminals everywhere. That 1999 constitution needs to go down. Sister Mona is going to bring another video for our brother Tony Nadi. Because people are asking, what is the way forward? Because that's the thing. When you tell people this is the problem, they're like, okay, we need to go. Let's break it. Let's fight it. No, Kulu temper. Kulu temper. Kulu temper. Because we need to act right and act wise. Samuna, if you're ready with the video.
Right, give me a minute.
Okay. So you watch what our brother is telling you. You need to listen to him. Some states already have begun to move towards this liberation and civilization. Because we told you that in that constitution, there are 68 items in the exclusive list, that book of Lucifer. And these items are tools they are using to execute their evil agenda. And if we don't dismantle that entire thing, no matter the level of English we are speaking, one professor, he cannot do much because he will be limited. We are caged in. We are caged. He can only move within a certain space. He can't move beyond the cage of the enemy. The iron cast, he cannot move beyond it.
Because nothing will change as long as that constitution that ties everybody leg and hand is in place. And so the question that has emerged, which we are now here to answer, is now that we have all agreed that the constitution has to go down, what exactly do we have to do to take the constitution down? Because it is from the point we take it down that we can go to other things, including the question of security and insecurity, the armed self-defense, because what the constitutional force majeure did was to activate the self-determination rights at the level that should accommodate the constituent part of it that has to do with self-defense, the armed self-defense part of our right to self-determination. Right to armed self-defense is an integral part of the right to self-determination.
Yep.
And so they are asking, what exactly do we need to do to take down this constitution to activate that right to self-determination at the level of armed self-defense? So the answer to it is simple. We see that constitution is the source of every pain. We see that constitution, the life of that constitution is renewed once every 4 years by election. We know that only political parties contest elections. We know that all the political parties in Nigeria subscribe to that constitution, 1999, all of them without exception. We therefore know that whoever wins in any other election, particularly the one in 2023, will have to swear to defend, uphold, and govern by the 1999 Constitution. So no matter who wins, no matter how good he may appear compared with the bad ones before, he will have to swear as a condition for accessing the office, as a condition for taking, the power, as a condition for as part of the swearing in, as part of how to activate uh, the powers that will be vested in him in the period of that governance, he will have to swear to defend and uphold that constitution. And so, knowing all of this, does it not present itself in clear terms that we cannot be crying about the killings
Nope.
coming from that constitution? We cannot be crying about the impoverishment ensured by that constitution. We cannot be crying about the corruption flowing from that constitution, and at the same time be planning for how to go to renew the life of that constitution by way of election in 2023.
Yikes.
Knowing fully well that it is only by the mechanism of election that the life of that constitution is renewed. And so Ninas invites us, as part of this consultation that is ongoing, that will come to termination on the 16th of December, the 16th of August, 2021, to step forward and join the task of shutting down the voyage to 2023 as a strategy and mechanism for ending the fraud of 1999. I repeat, Ninas invites you today, in July of 2021, to come forward if you are one of those who believe that we should end the unitary union of death and retrieve our right to self-determination, our sovereignty, to work out fresh protocols amongst ourselves in whatever formations we agree. If you are one of those who believe that it must be union of equal partnership going forward, if you're one of those who believe it must be a union in which our life is held sacrosanct and all men are treated equal, this address is, of course, going to the peoples of the New South, the alliance. The map you see here is separated between the Sharia Caliphate, the Sharia North, and the alliance, the New South, which we call the alliance territory. We invite you today to come forward. If you want to end your enslavement, your bondage, we invite you today to come forward to help in stopping the journey, in ending the voyage of renewing the life of that 1999 constitution once yet again in 2023.
All right. I'm going to post this whole video on our Facebook page. I think it's already there, so you can watch it in its entirety. My brother don't even need to be shouting, unless if they don't want more for their children. That is the only way that the rest of them will remain in that bondage that you've been screaming about. There is no reason why we cannot have how many countries or nations that will come emerge from Nigeria. Russia did it. They are doing well. Why can't we do it? Would the heaven fall if the Fulani children come out from the forest and stop bathing with urine of Nama and start going to school? What will happen to the universe? Will they come to a stop? So you don't think those children, if you go and bring them out in the forest now and put a nice clothes on them and give them a tablet to start learning something new, that they will say, my forefather said don't touch this. Ashash.
No, the elites will not allow them. The elites will not allow them. They will be inside good house and leave their own people inside forest.
Mad people. Crazy as hell. So we are calling on our people, join in us. There's no need for this. They recognize that if especially if Nigeria, the so-called giant of Africa, that if we are so giant and take a jangamous step, that all this stealing, smooth operation, banditry, because they are all criminals, all these Westerners, they are criminals, that all these things will come to a halt. So what did they do? They understand that we are the head of the water. They go there and put sand in it and choke it, so that everybody will be running in circles, thinking there is something evil or demonic, because that's what they will promote in church. There's something demonic holding us down, when we are the one holding ourselves down because of lack of knowledge. Sister, go ahead. I'm so heartbroken. This is awful.
Their lack of knowledge is not even a joke. It's something that when you discover what it is, like some of these things that we are teaching, if you can go back, we have so many videos, over 100 videos, and begin to listen, you almost slap yourself like, my goodness. So this is what it is. And I was even chasing something else. Lack of knowledge. When the Bible says my people perish for lack of knowledge, we are the ones who. I used to read it from childhood. I didn't even say, who are these people that are talking about? I didn't know we are the ones. We've been perishing for years, centuries, for lack of information. We just did not know. But we thank God for the work of LNC and Ninas. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. Digital era has hit us. Information everywhere. Those that will now want to perish can remain ignorant. But we have made up our minds. We're going to move forward. So we're talking about this constitution and see that people are listening to what we are saying. Because we told you that Ninas has worked for over 20 years. And more underground than on top. Some of the people that have received the truth from the ground have already started doing things to improve the lives of their people. For instance, in Lagos State, some people, some governors, because we know some governors are watching us. We thank you for watching. We thank you for your time, because we know that you love your people. You want to do the right thing, but you just don't know how. So we thank you, SARS. We thank you, our mothers and all the people that in political positions that are watching. We say kudos. We are fighting this war for you and for our people. So in Lagos, for instance, there was this issue about waterways. Lagos State went and passed a bill, made their state assembly, and they passed a bill that enabled them to have access to that and the money that is associated with it. That is what part of what they're using to build Lagos that you're seeing. That is Lagos State. So you see, they are richer and they are building a lot of infrastructure, because some of our people are saying things that they don't know. It's not magic they're doing. They are following process. They are doing what they're being told to do. So that's why I see them richer than most states in South, Southeast. That the marginalization coming from the North is not affecting them much, because there are certain things that have been done. We can see our brother, Governor Wike of Rivers, battling to take back his VAT, the resources from his state. He's battling for it. He went to court. He is not there carrying a machete or whatever. He is following process, because he will use it. He will need that money to build infrastructure for his people. The people that voted him in, the people that supported him against the Fulanis. He is working for his people. Because the time we told you on this platform that this liberation is going to be like, you will fight for your people. Don't go to another place to fight for another Igbo man. Don't go to Ijo. I want to bring Ijo out. No. Face your Igbo land. Igbo, indigenous people of Igbo land, indigenous people of Ijo, indigenous people of everybody will stay on their land, fighting, displacing the enemy. When we chase them from Nnokwa, you will go Nobi. Nobi will chase them. Newi will chase them. That's how we chase them out. But you need to understand what you're chasing, so that you don't go about and start killing your brothers and sisters and causing mayhem everywhere. That is why we're telling our people in Anambra State, voting is just the beginning of the process. You cannot vote and go inside and sleep. I say, yes, we have put the right man inside. No, it's beyond that. Because power belongs to the people, not to your governor. It's to you. You must make your governors and your elected officials to work for you going forward. You must hold them accountable. You insist that they do the right thing. Especially now that LNC Ninas have passed the constitutional force majeure. It was done on the 16th of December 2020, like we said. Because that constitutional force majeure has removed impediments from the way. The things that have been stopping our elected officials from doing things for us is that constitution. So by passing constitutional force majeure, by doing that proclamation, he said, we are saying we are not going to be bound by this evil book of Lucifer anymore. Giving our people, our elected officials at the state level, for instance, the power to do what they ought to do. No wonder the Fulanis are now bypassing the state's officials to go down to local governments. That's a new one. To empower the local government so that they will work from federal to the local government, the grassroots, direct, bypassing the governors, because they can see that we are opening eyes. But we know what? We tell them, foul. Before you land, before you even take off, we know where you're landing, and we'll wait for you there and shoot you there. Because in this matter, we must get what we want. So we have given you examples of state governors that are beginning to do some things because they are beginning to understand the message. There's a video that my sister will play of our brother in Benue State, Governor Autumn. See, insecurity is a major issue right now, and it's still part of that 68 items. That's why they're doing it. We are in active war right now. Those that are thinking that is politics, you better think again. This is active war. This is war. See what is happening in Northeast, Northwest, Middle Belt. And these people are in a hurry to finish up everyone. Okay, look at what happened in Yoruba the other day. That they found 500 poison daggers in one vehicle coming into Yoruba land. What do you think they're coming to do? To cut vegetables with you?
No, they came to eat rice.
This is war, my people. It's not politics. Which is why we are telling people that are doing politics to suspend your politicking first. You will continue again. We're not saying you will not do. You will do. But let's get things right. Our people are dying. What is going on? There's silent genocide going on in Nigeria. So this is not time to do para. So this is our brother, our Benue governor, Governor Samuel Otham. He just signed the amended law to allow volunteer guards bear arms, legal arms we're talking about, not the type they bring from inside forest. So you know the difference. They are different between A and A. We are talking about legal arms because legal self-determination, self-defense, legal armed self-defense is 100% part of self-determination that we're talking about. But we do not want anarchy. We are following it in a particular way. So you listen to our brother. He is a governor. He has the right to do what he's doing because he has been empowered to do what he's doing. Listen to him. We'll come back.
I've been privileged to read the history of Nigeria and those that have been leading us, including the military. Usually, we say that the worst democratic government is better than a military government. That is what we used to say. But for the purpose of this APC-led government, I want to say that the worst military government we have had in Nigeria is better than this particular government led by APC. I've never seen anything like this. People who don't want to tell them the truth, when you advise them, they try to twist things and tell the world that you're against them. It's not democracy that we're practicing. You can imagine the entire country is divided along ethnic lines, along religious lines, and all that. What has he done about the so-called bandits? Has he written something to condemn the illegal weapons that the Fulanis, now called bandits, they may have called their Fulani terrorists? Has he written something to condemn what is going on in the entire country, where these people are carrying illegal weapons and are killing people, maiming people, raping people? And to my amazement, these Fulani terrorists were able to stand with these children, took video clips, snapped them, and posted it on social media.
Of course.
And they were carrying these prohibited weapons that even our police or even the army, I have not seen them carrying.
Hello.
They did not even mask themselves. They displayed that level of impunity because they are being supported by the APC government. And then you're telling me that I should not do or amend a law to also empower our community volunteer guards with legal weapons. I did not talk of illegal weapons, with legal weapons. And you can imagine, the position of Benue State is very clear. On Ruga is very clear. On cattle colony is very clear. On open grazing, we have not hidden anything. We have said it openly. And we have a law in place prohibiting open grazing. Ruga is another form of open grazing. But all in the name of trying to steal our land and take over our land by the APC government. It's the same thing with cattle colony. And we rejected it. You will recall that when we were not sought to give them permission for land there, they came here and decided to erect one Ruga in Zone C, another one in Zone B, another one in Zone A. And we said no. And Benue people went there and pulled down the signboard. I want EFCC and other anti-corruption agencies to go after those because that money or the contract of...
All right, so we posted this video on our Facebook page. If you want to watch it in its entirety, you can see that our brother is doing what it takes to work for his people, to protect his people. That's the role of a governor, to protect lives and properties. So we can't. This is not time for lamentation. This is the time for you to do all that you can, because right now we have criminals in our land taking over what we right in front of us, so not in the middle of the night, during the day, doing all manner of sort, and we're there pretending. What kind of people are living in Nigeria herself? They are busy doing midweek service, afternoon service, wedding service, Facebook service, and somebody is opening up your border and having foreigners come in and take over our land, and you would think you will unify at least in one voice to send that signal out. No. Some people, after smoking tramadol, will say, those of you attacking Fulanis are childish. So because you don't drink gogoro, you think the rest of us is drinking gogoro? Really? Oh, because you were left a lot of wealth, so you can go from London, New York, Paris. The rest of us should die. Or because you have a shrine where your family members are being worshipped. So for those of us without shrine, we should go and die. Listen, you guys don't get to speak for us anymore. We don't care if you're a professor, if you're Jesus Christ of Nazareth. If God is against our people, we need to bring even that God down. That's how serious we are. Talk less of a human being. So don't get it twisted. Don't think we don't know what you're doing, what you're saying, how much money you have collected. Those of you that collected during the war, collected, still collecting now, position your children to continue the collection. Why you offer us a peanut job here and there and we think you're for us, whereas you're just a main agent in a different dimension. We know all of you. We know what you're doing. Thank God we don't depend on share and like and subscribe, because some of our people, they will come out one day and say the right thing. The next minute, they will do another show and say, please, I retract everything I say. It's not me. I didn't mean it that way. We mean it that way. We are serious about the way. We will never come back and say we didn't mean it that way because we are not afraid of you. Those of you pretending as if you care about our people, you will go and get rice and divide as if all we came on this earth to this to eat rice and diesel oil. When you have the likes of Chisom that A saw her exam, you're asking her who she is. Then you have the one that calls themselves is a Bakari. All those people running churches. They will convince my people to change their name from Munachim Saga, that my God is always with me, to Musa. Does that even make sense? Oh no. It's enough. It's enough, my people. It's enough. Let's do the right thing. Governor Oron, we thank you. We honor you for truly standing up for your people. That's what we're asking. Imagine if everybody takes hold of this information about sovereignty and understand that's who we are watching our land being taken over by non-indigenous people. And we're still there talking about all kinds of stuff. We have the poor Fulani children trapped in the forest drinking cow urine in the name of culture. Culture from hell. Any forefathers or any ancestor that want their children to be bathing with urine from a cow should go to hell. Straight. I want more for my children. I want them to fly when others are walking. I want them to be swinging when others are sleeping. Who wants that kind of generational curse on their children in the name of or culture or religion? We must get this right, so nobody is going anywhere. Eh? We will lock the door. It's one of those fights. We will lock the door inside until you begin to do the right thing.
Yep.
Nobody's going anywhere. You see this chair here is very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
The right thing must be done in Africa, because we're not even just talking about Nigeria. Africa as a whole. You guys don't get to allow our children to die.
No.
While you're whining and dining with our enemies and speaking English and buying houses in Paris and London and New York.
No more.
No more. No more. Does it even make sense? And then as we are bringing them out from the church, some people will go and open motivational speaker. The same group of people to trap them in and confuse them some more. It's sickening. Sickening people. Let's do the right thing. We have no more time to waste. Sister, go ahead. You will not.
Yeah, we don't have time to waste. Thank you, Sister Muna. I'll thank Governor Autumn, because to be a man, it's not a day's job, like we say. Coming out to speak the way he ought to speak and speaking truth, saying it the way it ought to be said. And we're not surprised anyway, because we know when we see something, we'll ask questions, want to see where it's coming from. You understand? Because these things did not start today. Now, you remember in 1804 that the jihadists, led by Usman Danfodio, when we were in secondary school, they used to give us history. Usman Danfodio, this one kills snake. Snake kills Usman Danfodio. I said, make up your mind. Is this snake that's killing Usman Danfodio, or Usman Danfodio that kills snake? That's one of the things. I had A in history, but I said, I'm not doing history because people are not consistent. There's so much lies. Today, you tell me Usman Danfodio kill snake. Tomorrow, it will be snake that killed Usman Danfodio. So make up your mind. I said, let me go through science because it's consistent. Water is water everywhere.
Exactly.
So in 1804, where those evil people came, their intention was to conquer everyone from Hausa land down to Atlantic Ocean to the Jaws. But do you know the people that stopped them? They were stopped in Benue State. Our fathers stopped them in Benue State. If they could stop them then, we are going to stop them today.
Amen. Amen.
In fact, that's why they're killing the Benue people so much. Because, these people don't forget. These satanic people do not forget. They remember how they were stopped then, and they now want to wipe the whole people there. Their plan has not changed. They only changed their tools. Ammunition, that's what they changed. But it has not changed. And you know what? Your commander-in-chief, Buhari, is the one leading the Fulanis in that war. Have you seen the precarious position that we have found ourselves? You have war between two people, and this person that you made your leader, that is supposed to lead you in war, is leading your enemy in war. Yes, Christians that voted Buhari, that's what you did 2015. Go to your God for repentance. Because
What about the bishops that are still meeting Buhari?
yes,
And
they're still
hugging
shaking their hands. There was that picture that we saw. You better begin to listen, because God is coming for vengeance.
Amen.
You sold the people for peanuts. You are all Esau's. You sold the people's inheritance for porridge. And you think God is going to leave you? He's coming for you one by one. All you church leaders, I don't care about your title. I don't care. I don't care whether you're Gio, your daddy, your mommy. It's not my problem.
No.
My problem is my people. You wait for my people. I respect God. I bow to God. I don't bow to human beings. I'm an Igbo woman. We do not bow to human beings. We don't worship human beings. For those that are worshiping human beings, we don't worship human beings. That's who we are. So the commander-in-chief that you people voted in, whether actively or inactively, or directly or indirectly, you brought him in. He is the one leading that battle. That is why when they started killing the people of Benue, Governor Autumn ran to him to tell him that his people are being massacred. Do you know what son of Lucifer told him? He said, go home and learn to live at peace or in peace with your Fulanis in your land. He went ahead and passed anti-open grazing. It was already in their land. He just reenacted it. And you know what? The Nigerian police refused to enforce it. Because we are telling people that are now passing anti-open grazing in Anambra, in Southeast, it's not only to pass the bill. You have to enforce it. How are you going to enforce it?
The allies had it.
So when the police said they will not enforce it, you know what Mieti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, you know what they did to him? They attacked the governor personally. They attacked him in his farm. They came for him in his personal farm to cut him into pieces. They wanted to cut him into pieces and make a video and show the rest of us, for us to run away and know that no-go area. So what were you expecting him to do after that narrow escape from the dead, from the killers? You wanted him to wait for them to come and now apprehend him? No. So he understood the meaning of constitutional force majeure, and he moved to legally arm his people, because now he understands that he actually has the power to do so. So this is our message today to our people. Go and tell your governors that we, the owners of the land, have come to take back our sovereignty. And we do not need authorization or validation from Abuja. We do not, because the land belongs to us. We decide what to do on our land and with our land. We don't need Abuja to come and tell you to protect your people. Dear governor, it is your right. The people voted you to lead them. And that leadership, protection is part of it. Providing for them is part of it. Creating jobs is part of it. It is our right. That's why you were voted in. Now, if they could pass Sharia law in 12 northern states and went ahead to establish their security outfits, why can't we pass anti-open grazing in our land? Let me connect this. Why can't we pass it in our land? Why can't we enforce it? So what you're supposed to do as a governor, send any bill you want to your state assembly and have them pass it and sign it. Anything that will help you to deliver the people's mandates.
By the this people are even surprised that these so-called governors are still listening to them. They are thinking, did they really listen to? Are they listening to this bullshit?
I'm telling you, this thing is so straightforward that you say, what are people thinking? What are you thinking? So the constitutional force majeure has empowered you to do the right thing. He has removed the impediment, that thing that has been holding you from delivering the people's mandate to them. It has been taken away. You just need to acknowledge it and begin to follow the steps for those that want to do something good. And by the way, people of Imo State, you know your mandate was stolen. I hope you know. I wonder what you're still doing with that Ozodimba that is in that's your office. Abi, they not the impeach people for your village. My people, any governor in that alliance territory, that new south that we showed you, who refuses to do what Governor Autumn has just done, is begging to be impeached. Did you hear what we said? Because if Governor Autumn could do it, they can do it. All of them in Southeast, South, Yoruba land, everywhere, the new southern Nigeria. After all, they have passed Sharia law in their place and are implementing it. So it is your right and responsibility to pass the laws that will protect our people.
With immediate effect.
Yes. We don't want to wait till 2023 so that you vote out Buhari. Which Buhari are you voting out? The people that have taken over the machinery of water, do you think they don't know what they're doing? We are here to help you governors do the right thing. But you need to act fast. Because you know what? Our youths may take laws into their hands. If you don't stand with the people and begin to do the right thing, our youths might just do what might do on the unthinkable.
I guess they think that we're so hungry we don't know that they're less than 1% of the population. How much people can you kill with your so-called ammunition when they get their hands on you? You know, you cannot even imagine what will happen to you.
You cannot imagine, because you push somebody to the wall. You see, through Ninas and LS, because some of them watch us, they are still listening to us. We're telling them cool temper, cool. Let's get them to do it the right way. By the time we finish, and that time we finish before 2023, take it from me, because my people are pressed. My people are pressed. So if you are in governor's house, doing party and drinking wine, look at the Anambra State one that built international airports. He's waiting for paper from Abuja for it to start flying. Where are people are waiting to use that airport? They've been waiting since 1900. And you are still waiting for Abuja to give you, the Abuja that locked you in, to give you authorization.
My dad, he's trying, he was crying on online, begging them.
He was begging them.
Yeah, he was begging them after.
Very soon, our boys will come and cane you. You know, when you don't want to do the right thing, when they cane you, you will jump up and begin to do the right thing. Any bill you want, take it to your state assembly, make them pass it, and begin what you need to do. And for those of you that have been asking us, what do we do? Call your church leaders, call your politicians. You know them. They are there in your midst. Call your state governors. Don't go there and be eating pepper soup with them and drinking wine and showing me picture on Facebook. I was with the governor here. I was drinking pepper soup. I'm not interested in your pepper soup and who you're eating it with. I'm not interested. We are not interested. I don't want to take picture with any of your celebrities. With that picture, put food on my table. So I could not move. Go and do the right thing. Call them. Tell them what Governor Tom has just done in Middle Belt. And as we strive to finish up the process, because that's not the end. The machinery is coming. Nina movement is submarine. We are coming. We are just saying that as we are coming, you need to be giving children small food to be eaten, because they've been hungry for years. But the submarine is coming. So these are the things we're telling you. And we want them to acknowledge the constitutional force majeure that was done on the 16th December 2020. Begin to pass laws to prohibit open grazing, Ruga, cattle colony, waterways bill, farm settlements, all these things that are the same thing, they're just giving it particular name. Pass laws against these things. Act immediately. Pass laws to acquire legal arms to protect your people. Legal self-defense, legal armed self-defense is 100% part of self-determination. And you know what? Let's paint this picture for you. Imagine when every block under Ninas is legally armed. What do you think caliphate and headsmen will do with their weapons?
Duh.
They will hold it. They will hold it. That's the thing behind in some countries, in foreign countries, when they say free arm. Because if I carry arm, you carry arm. I'm going to try now. Before you do hand, pam, pam, pam. But it has to be legal. Because we know that criminals always take advantage of these things. So that's why we don't want people to be arming themselves from under their bed. If you sleep with your wife, finish, you carry gun. Go after drinking Igbo, start shooting people up and down. We don't want it that way. We don't want anarchy. We want it to follow the legal process. Follow the legal process. So if every block is armed, there will not be war. For those that are calling for war, there will not be war. Everybody will sit down and begin to renegotiate the legal basis of our existence and the relationship with one another.
Is it too hard to understand? I'm
This
going
is very
crazy.
simple. Very simple.
This is logical. Does it even, is there any other better way than this?
You, the people, will make this happen. But you need to listen so that you can understand where we're going. This is type of thing that you're doing and drinking wine. Because you're sitting on the land of resources. It's your land. I remember I heard of one governor that they denied their visa to one country. He went to his country and revoked all the patent right for mining and everything. But then they start begging him, bring the passport in the area. Power belongs to you. The resources are in your land. Who are you begging? Please stop this begging. Just understand that power belongs to you and begin to negotiate from the place of power, not from the place of poverty and weakness. Africans, begin to negotiate from the place of power. We are blessed. We are blessed in the morning. We are blessed in the afternoon. We are blessed in the night. We are blessed anywhere you look at us. Chineke jorayimma, Chineke achorayimma. God blessed us. We are blessed physically. We are blessed in the brain. We are blessed everywhere, even health-wise. But you need to negotiate from the place of power. And information gives you power. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sister Ipri. They don't have a choice, my dear. They don't. Like we said, today is a Sabbath day, the day of learning the truth, the way you should be living your lives and things that you need to do. So there's no other way. It must be done one way or the other. Our children are hungry for more. You see them every day. You see them producing things. I saw a little sister that used tire to design wonders. I need to put in my own orders, by the way. And they have us trapped in now buying circles. As we are talking right now, people are getting ready for Christmas, putting in their orders, and my people cannot find anything to eat. And we're sitting on resources. Why would God turn his back? Why would he turn his back? It's like a mother that, like my children, are giving them all that they need to be the best. All of a sudden, they decide to be homeless. I will come that place where you're living under the bridge and use my car and knock you and your house away. Because there's no reason for you to be living under the bridge. I will sabotage you. I will call the state of Texas to always come under that bridge and knock down the next house you will be building. It doesn't make sense. There is no reason for us to be going back and forth with these people. They've left the Federation a long time ago. They have positioned themselves to steal all the resources and use our own resources to enslave us. Doesn't that one alone make your head one scatter? How can you steal my stuff and then it's not bad enough that you stole all my stuff? Now you want to turn me into a slave after you have taken everything from me. And my people are there engaging these people in the activities and all manner of sort. We have been talking on this platform forever and a day, and a brother is asking, what happened in Anambra? They did the election and they declared a winner. And we want to again reiterate that we are not talking about state level election. We're talking about federal election. Please understand this. Open your ears, open your heart. Come here with an open mind. Go and do some reading. By the way, there's a website, the ninasvoice.org is there. Understand what we are talking, so that when we say close shop, you're not thinking it's closed state, causing anarchy. We say that we don't want to create a vacuum, that these governors will be compelled to work for the people. They don't have any choice. So we can't leave it open for unknown people to go and occupy. At least the ones that are out there calling themselves governors, we sort of know them, versus the one that is unknown in the forest. Let's do the right thing. It's time to call in our people. The phone number is on the oh, it's not. The phone number is on the thing. I don't know what to call it. It's +17743380942. You can call that number as a number or as a phone number or as a WhatsApp. So call in and give us your 2 cents. We want to make sure you're understanding what we're saying, because one of the things about this platform, we don't put our hand in our nyash and bring out one sheet and look at it and start smelling it so we can get some maintain. That's not what we're doing. We do our due diligence to make sure that we're delivering a knockout punch presentation every point in time. So call and engage us so we can, and we don't thank us. We are not here to be, I don't want to offend anyone. We appreciate your thanks, but engage us in a conversation. Show us that you understand what we have discussed so far and what needs to be done. And we thank those of you that are writing on the platform, Gospel of Truth of Our Time. Thank you as always, which is good. My son doesn't like to talk much. He'd like to go yes or no. I'm like, no, people need to hear from you. And then when you hear him talk, you will be amazed. You want to get that, pull that out from your brain and not just, oh, it's okay. What is okay about it? We need to go home, because the earlier we understand these protocols, the sooner we get where we're going, so that when you are out there preaching this gospel, you will be standing in your truth because you have gotten the right information. We are tired. We want to elevate the likes of Chisom Ezugbo, the one that you saw the poem. We want to elevate our children using tire. If you see what they're using tire to do, my dear, you'll be like, wow, who would have thought? It can only come from God. We want to do better. There is no reason for us not to be at the same level where our the Westerners are. They're our neighbors. We see them. They're not smarter than us. Why are we here doing things when we should be home doing stuff? At 74, we're celebrating buying the best American spec that probably got drowned in one of the tsunamis that typically happens here during the summertime. We are giving testimonies. When my 16-year-old got a brand new car for driving. We don't have to pray about brand new cars. They're supposed to be part of our daily activities to go to and fro as we conduct our businesses. It's not something for us to be praising God about. Why can't we be like other people? Who did this to us? That it's okay for my people to have less. All we do is to complain, or we go amongst each other and have a party as if all is well. Who is partying when you are a slave? What kind of a party are you celebrating? You go to Chinese store, their nails are not being done, but they will sell you nail clips for $79, $75, and $100. They don't even do their own nails. My people is tiring. So if we don't get a call, we can always conclude. The number is there. One of our super fans said that I'm not announcing the number. I don't know. Are you guys seeing the number on the platform? Okay. We have a caller. Brother, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, good morning, my sisters. Ahab, your brother,
I'm
calling to support what you're saying.
Yes.
Because the scripture says that faith cometh by hearing and hearing by the word of God. And this is what we believe in. I'm looking forward that in due time, these people will understand that what is being said here is nothing but the truth. It goes along with your name, the daughters of truth. Just want to make my contribution as usual. As you know, it's a lot of work that needs to be done.
Yes, yes.
I don't know. I don't understand how come people cannot understand this all-encompassing approach to our problem. Because if you say you are a unit, you want to break away, they're going to jump on you. As you witnessed today, or the other day, yesterday, they are bombing part of Anambra State now, from Imo to Anambra now. And these are people who are asking us to be part of them. Recall, they are rewarding themselves in the north for kidnapping.
Mm-hmm.
They are paying themselves off.
Mm-hmm.
They are making out the national money for rehabilitation of the Boko Haram and the rest of and the bandits. Refuse to call them a terrorist organization. But in our place, they are bombing us from the ones for idiocy of one fool who said he came from heaven. The threat has gotten to the point now that these terrorists have been emboldened to come down and start bombing our people. Okay, and for long, Nina has been making this call for everybody to come together.
Yep.
And everybody didn't understand it. The day I understood it, I said, I'm going to be speaking about it. Hopefully someone else can understand. Because I don't really know how people cannot see this common truth. That if we all work together, it's clear evidence there that Nina is working with the Oduduwas. They're working with everybody, including the Benuans, the Southern Canaanites, the entire indigenous population. So if anybody is telling you otherwise or something like that, it appears that person does not quite understand the grip they have on us. You see people going to Abuja to tell people, openly disgracing himself, that he's begging for a presidency come 23. Meanwhile, you are begging 12 states, just like you guys highlighted. These people have already carved out of Nigeria.
Look at them all.
But our elders are publicly begging non-area president. If we go without area to the president area.
Those are the ones that they're paying to enslave us.
That tells you where we are.
Mm-hmm.
That tells you where we are. The so-called governors of the Southeast are now pretending like they don't know what is governance. I saw on the video a few days ago that autumn has stood its ground.
Mm-hmm.
They passed laws, they made laws and say, no, this is not going to happen in our land.
Yep.
That so-called governors, because the last time I checked, I don't know if they're governors, they are still begging. They are still praying. These people does not know what to do. When we have ended up now, every day, one group will come and threaten. And then they will bring in the Fulani masters to start bombing civilians. That's what we're seeing today. So, I don't know how we can clean up this brain for people to understand that what Minas is doing is a huge, a very, very reasonable approach to the problem that we are having. I don't know. Yes, I talk about Biafra, yes. But if there's an umbrella organization that is saying, okay, Biafrans, come on, Oduduwa, come on, let's do this thing. The people from Benue, come on, let's do this thing together. Why won't I be a part of it? Why won't I be a part of it? If it's not for individual gains, I don't think somebody will be refusing a call like this for all of us to come together.
It's illogical. It doesn't make sense.
And pull hands together to do this thing. So I just called to thank you all. Continue to do what you're doing. Lately, we've been hearing people talking about political process, this and that. That's the only way to go. But what is Nina doing if not political process? That you're asking the full-running government of Nigeria to, if you say we are one Nigeria, okay, we are one Nigeria, but we're going to agree on the terms of conditions to keep one Nigeria. Let us sit down on the table. And this one, he said no. They say no. They are refusing. So what kind of political process is bigger than this?
My brother, why would you be listening to people that are waiting for money to come so they can eat breakfast and lunch and dinner? Isn't that what has kept Africa where it is? Because it's always about what they can get. And they will use that opportunity to continue to deceive our people.
I listen to everybody. Remember, I'm not the Valentino. I am at So it's okay. Let us continue the message. As long as the Lord lives, He will gradually open up people's understanding.
Absolutely.
I don't castigate people. But what I live for today is to make sure that anybody that is coming out to play on our people again will not have that weight as long as I live.
Amen. Amen.
Unless people want to continue to do fool themselves. By the way, do you know that the representing attorney or whatever has been declared wanted today? Because these women in the United States are collecting money from people and supporting ESM, right? Now, who is organizing the ESM? I mean, who is organizing ESM?
That's what happens when you use Maggie to cook. You'll be deceiving yourself. You wouldn't even know.
So now the ESM, including the bombing happening in Ihala today. Okay, they are defending their land. There's another group the other day that came out and started threatening everybody. We're good to Kahai. About 10 of them.
I saw it. I saw Rebuta.
I'm in Cuba also. I'm another 18.
That's funny.
You know, my own sister, they can't be a lie. My call you
Yep.
Even those that are here in diaspora, doesn't that one amaze you? You will see the insincerity of our people. It's all about position, about viewership, people that will follow them. They don't care if their people are dying. They are not interested.
They don't.
Because if you do, you will go and do the due diligence and understand what the issues and what needs to be done to help our people. And then as they are talking, they're even adding God in the midst of it and pretending as if God sent them to be talking the way they are talking.
Can you imagine that nonsense? And now, let me tell you what is happening. You know, this played, the same thing happening today, played out in 2017.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
17.
Yeah.
The DSS already gave him phone. So he's now calling the Europe, they have a different instruction. Now, or even not here, they have a different instruction. You understand what I'm saying? And each time these people go in a room, they turn a phone on, If they are happy that they are hearing the voice of their leader. The Dosian is already known. So this is the reason a lot of these people not can follow Amarona. This is the reason there's a divide in the family.
If you ask me, he's the British agent. Confirmed.
It's a British agent. It's a Nigerian and British agent at the same time. And he was set out to come and deceive our people and make things worse for ourselves.
Double agent.
And people are not understanding it.
Yep.
For those women, if they are listening, I know you didn't know him. Some of you are just hoping that one of these days you're going to meet your Messiah. That's why you keep spending the money. Okay? They never make you for Messiah.
My brother is dishonest. They are hoping that they will be a taxi driver and then they will become Minister of Transportation. That's all it's all about. It's all about position, nothing more, nothing less.
Can you imagine this type of nonsense? Now, it's going to get to the point that you get this out here that you take the corner. Why got you at your bone? Because right now, the lawyer is actually getting it will get to a point, and I got you that has stopped all this nonsense. But anyway,
thank you so much.
I just called in to say that you guys are doing a great job. I'm not following, but I'm doing. I just want to appreciate that you are giving out these days to come here and talk to our people, hoping that our people will understand the simple truth so that we can be free.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
You know, we keep telling our people that, there's no other way to do this. You know, because some people are still confused because they will say, why are you mentioning that person's name? Why are you mentioning this thing? This is the underlying issue here. So you want us to go on top and leave the one under. Does that even make sense? When you are working with double agent, that will tell you that you, the black person, is the devil and dark. And your slave masters are good and nice.
Yes.
To your hearing, blasting it in your ear on a radio that you paid for.
Well, wow.
It's not bad enough that they have taken on. Now we are making this, the victim, to look like, sad, my people. So some of you don't understand what we have been through. This is a case of a woman that never had a baby before. Never had a baby. All of a sudden, somebody called her and said, I'm pregnant. I don't want the baby. I want you to have it. Signed all the papers. You went through pregnancy. You guys don't know what these people took us through. Emotional. I was so emotional. I said, if anybody don't want to listen to that name, I will go naked on top of the tallest building in Houston and be screaming out there. That's how far we are really thinking that we are working with a human being. So you find a woman that is barren and she spent all her resources for 30 years looking for a way out. Only for you. So you're not even pregnant. It's only wrapper that you put in your stomach. And she's taking you to doctor's appointment, paying for all your nausea and vomiting, buying all the baby's clothes, use her last land to buy baby's room, only for her to come on delivery date. I said, not even the baby was there, he gave it to somebody else, that you weren't pregnant. No. And it wasn't even a tumor that you would say is stuck inside. It's only wrapper that this woman was changing every day. As the month goes by, she will blow it up so that it will match the month.
I remember.
Imagine the devastation. This is the biggest knockout punch that will take your breath away.
I'm telling you.
This is what people
are still drinking that concussion.
They are still drinking it.
With their
it's all in this. You guys are criminals.
Criminals with their fake politicians and fake elders. The people that sold us out during the war. The people that Ojukwu gave money to go and buy ammunition. Is the same thing that happened then that is happening now. Every month, our people contributed 21 million naira to Germany. Those in US, $10,000 every month to Germany. We're not talking about Malaysia, Asia. UK, everywhere. All nonsense. Duped. 419. That's the end. Is there a call?
And they're telling us not to cry. When somebody slapped the
They
hell
don't
out
talk.
of you,
No, don't talk.
told you that the money you gave him, he will use it to reduce your land to Somalia. He didn't even hide it. It wasn't a gossip.
He did not hide it.
That somebody said, he said.
No.
It was life. For what
And
you
as
were
we're
crying
doing,
for.
he started
The
doing
land
it.
that I'm crying for, that you're telling me you reduce the land that I've been shedding my blood for, you reduce it to Somalia. And my
And as
people
you're
are
saying,
okay with
he's
that.
doing
And say,
it.
leave it alone. Don't say
He's
it like
doing
this,
it.
say it like that. And let's hide our own and protect. Who knew they were criminals? All of you guys.
He's executing it before your eyes. Bringing in all the Hausa Fulani, all the Fulani and the military, armed with helicopter and everything, coming to reduce your land to Somalia for real. And people are watching and clapping.
No wonder we are in the wilderness for 1 million years. Sister, please go ahead.
Okay, my dear, thank you so very much. You guys have been doing a wonderful job. I know you said don't thank you, but it's something that must be done. So I always grateful that you guys will just, take time out of your busy time and the time from your family to come out here every Saturday. Not just on Saturdays, because I've worked with you guys. I know during the week, you guys will also meet to discuss what will be discussed today. So I thank you guys. You guys have said it quite well. And the problem with our people is just that lack of patriotism, if I may put it that way. Because they still don't understand what patriotism means. Because if you love yourself, if you love your land, you will do everything within your ability to make sure that your land thrives. But if you don't understand what patriotism means, that means somebody will just come and say, "Oh, I will give you XYZ if you do XYZ against your land," and you agree. And that was the mistake our forefathers made. And unfortunately, history continues to repeat itself, because opportunity for other people, okay, Westerners, let's put it that way, any opportunity they see, they will take it, just to harness the resources in Africa. And but we have been giving them that opportunity. It's high time our people just reorient. There's something called reorientation. We need reorientation, and a generation that will come and say, you know what, we cannot sell out anymore. Enough is enough.
Yes.
We want to protect our land. We want to preserve our land. It's high time we stop allowing all this displacement. We'll give you visa, we'll give you. So what? As you're migrating out of your land, they're coming in full force, harnessing what belongs to you and making it more comfortable for them. So it's high time we stop looking to migrate, but to see how we can preserve our land and come back and build it ourselves. So reorientation is so very important. And it's going to take a long time, but what you guys are doing is it goes a long way. You guys are doing a good job. It's part of that reorientation. But the other ones out there, busy, because it's not about because of lack of patriotism, they are into this agitation and freedom thing for their pocket. Okay, so they had used it to, and the other ones still on the internet talking, even when their so-called leader or messiah is locked up. So it's about their pocket. It's about their position, like you rightly said, Sister Mona. It's about their pocket. It's about their position. Look at them at position. Even when they don't even they don't have the capability.
No.
Everybody wants to be known, be popular. And that's what is killing our people. And if I may say, Africa in general. Here in America, their so-called representatives are the ones that are, just to be part of the ruling class. They sold their people.
Yep.
They are not representing them well.
Yep.
And the same thing is happening to us.
Yep.
So I rather point finger at myself and said, how am I part of this problem? Than always looking at, this person is this person fault, the white person. Oh no, who gave that white person opportunity to come in, to use our land? Who? If you don't open your home, nobody will enter until you open. First of you look at the peephole to see who's knocking, who is even coming when the bell, when you hear the sound, before you go and you peep and you open. So people just don't. Those people, white and Westerners, they don't force themselves. They will lure you. But if you fall, just like we have traps, if you fall in their trap, hey, it's on you. Okay? And they took, after the Civil War, whatever that case may be, when they came, they gave our people visa or whatever to study in England and whatever. But guess what? They indoctrinated them.
Yep. Gave them Stockholm syndrome, Sister Chom.
I'm not talking about religion-wise, but political, like in a wrong way, so that they would not see the problem or the need for them to come back and build their land. Rather, they use them against their people, and then initiate them into all this, cultism and all that. Okay. Look at somebody like Soyinka.
Yes.
Soyinka. So whatever his name. But I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. Look at a whole bunch of them. It's about initiate them, because if you have that spirit of patriotism in you, I don't care what anybody will tell you or will do to you, that will just make you forget where you came from. Okay, so they initiate them into this evil cultism and all this. You guys know what I'm saying? What is it called? All these rituals and all that. Okay, so they're bought into it. They're bought into all those, and for you to allow yourself to be initiated into those stuffs. You're not going to be yourself anymore. Even when you think or you want to, you can't, because you already sold out for a piece of nonsense. So our people has to be reoriented, and you guys are part of that. That too, you're doing it. Okay. So if you think what you're doing is not helping, it's helping, but it's gonna take time. Just like our brother Obidi just said, reorientation, and it must continue. Okay. As for Eberima, he's not coming out. He's part of the problem. Okay, and that one in Finland, jumping back and forth, he's part of the problem, because he's an agent as well. But all these people, they are into. I mean, they are blaming everybody, blaming themselves, except one person, the person that created the problem. They are not blaming. When Nnamdi Kanu was out, all these stuff had been happening. And now that he's locked up, they are now seeing, it's your problem, it's your fault, you did it. Except that one person that caused that problem. They are not calling his name. What a shame. Our people need reorientation. And by God's grace, they will listen. They will wake up. Their eyes will open. As for those celebrities, Nollywood nonsense, they are the ones also, they are agents of darkness, corrupting our young youth, bringing in all these methamphetamine and all kinds of foolishness.
Yes.
That will even help to kill,
kill off whatever that is left.
The many few there. But we must continue. We must not stop. Okay, so I thank you guys. Thank our audience. Please continue to post the bank information to help Ninas, because learners are doing a good job. They are not, what they are doing is not, they are not coming out here begging for money. But we all know it takes resources like money to do that. So don't feel anyhow posting the link, bank information here every day. Whoever wants to put money, contribute is there. Let it be choice. Okay. So I thank you guys and God bless you. Okay.
Thank you, sister. Thank you so
Bye.
much. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. We love you. This is our sister. Thank you. Look at I even forgot. So and this is what we are talking. This is who is committed to what we are
Yes.
doing, and they don't have to come out and be shouting. And I
No.
know every time.
Mm.
We are talking about people that are interested in the freedom of their people, not to be broadcasting every day, even when they are hiding at work, they're in the toilet broadcasting, shouting in the ears of our people to continue the confusion, as
Otimpu
if
People's
they
Club.
Yes, as if the people that are killed is not enough for them. They keep screaming and screaming and screaming and shouting when this thing is supposed to have ended by now. This whole nonsense of fake freedom fighting supposed to have ended by now. And by
Over.
the way, don't even think we are coming back here in 2 hours to start apologizing like some people will do, because we are
No.
not.
No.
It is what it is.
Because we know the truth. I
We
mean,
know
we
the
know with his personal experience. This is not what they say. They say we saw it, we heard it, we were inside, we saw everything. So we know the truth, and we're hoping. We're even surprised that some of these women are not thinking. Why are they not connecting the dots? Why is it not making sense to them? Are they on
They
top
are
of
fake,
are they drinking alcohol
fake,
or what is it?
fake, fake, fake,
Fake people, fake
fake
people.
people.
So by the way, our people, we have a new radio station,
Yes.
Lower Niger Radio. So if you have the picture,
Yes, I do.
yeah, the link is there, and there's also a link that we posted about the bill that Autumn passed. The details is on our website also. You go there and read it so that you understand. We don't want people to be making like noise. Like, I'm embarrassed for some people on their behalf. Like, what are you doing? So we want to get away from that old way of doing things. Noise, 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 noise. Follow a process. When you follow a process, you'll be sure of your destination because you would have calculated everything into what you're doing. So nothing will happen to you suddenly. You have made like, okay, if it's not A, B, C, D, options. So when anything happens, you put it in the right perspective and then keep moving. That's what happens when somebody has a perfect plan, strategy on the table. So this is radio. This is our new radio, Lower Niger Radio. We thank our media team. This is awesome, beautiful. You will get information. It's 247 interviews on Bratoni, and both the ones locally done and those done at international level. So much information because we want to start moving our people from things that do not make sense.
From fake broadcasts,
lies and propaganda and all that. No, like my sister spoke about reorientation. So when you listen to facts, not lies, not propaganda, you begin to follow and begin to understand what is going on. So we thank you. And remember that we said they are seizing our lands and resources. Summary. They want to disarm and take over our land, the armory and everything. Disorganize our fabric as a society. Displace us and scatter us all over the world and finally kill us. Their plan is that simple. But you can stop them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my sister. So we'll see you guys next week. We're trying to sort of round up our video at 2 hours so that it's not too long. But it's actually for those more of those in diaspora to get this also. So if we can help us to continue to share, like I said, don't worry about the phone number. I mean the number listed at the end of this. We'll be taking a screenshot of who actually watch at the end. And then the phone calls that we get at the end, because a lot of our people are sort of shy, so they will not call on air. As soon as we end the show, we start getting bombarded with phone calls. We are going home, my people. We are doing the right thing. We're on the right path. And we have the right strategy, not the fake one, not the scorpion, not the terrorists in a bag that they're bringing to your land while you're actually thinking somebody is bringing something big. This is the real deal, my people. This is the real deal. And once again, we do want to extend our thanks to Governor Autumn for doing such a wonderful job, for standing up for the people. We've been asking God, where are the few good men and women left in our land? Thank you for taking that bold step. We'll continue to support you. As a matter of fact, your people will support you because you're doing the right thing. So you're not alone. So no fear, no shaking. Puro gidibam. I don't know what it means in Benua. Sister, how do you say gidibam in English?
Ajuamo. Oh, we can say it in Pidgin English. Stand, stand. Oh, I've forgotten.
Stand strong.
Stand strong. Yeah.
There you go. Stand strong. We got this. We got this. You are backed by the sovereignty that has been returned to the people. You have no fear because these people are watching us thinking, are they really believing all these things that we are telling them? Like, are they really buying this? We've left the Federation how many years ago? 20 something years ago, and they're still here running in a circle thinking we are the same nation. Duh. Good day, my people. You all have a wonderful week.
Bye.
We shall return next week. Please, again, help us to share, help us to subscribe, like, follow. They will not give us the credit, but at least hopefully will alert some of you. Bye-bye.